When a new message is successfully created and stored into the file store, we need to dismiss this model for creating new message. So here is the code successfully done. We need to dismiss the model. So how do we dismiss the model is in home.html we have defined the model. In the part of the model we have a button, and this button is for close icon there. So here on the visual part, the upper right corner of the model, there's X icon. As we click on the X icon, the model will be dismissed. How do we do so programmatically is, let's get a reference to the close button. That is, the close button is a button element. We need to identify this one uniquely among many buttons. And then it has a class name, the button dash close. By using the class name, you can uniquely identify this button. So that is as follows. So dismiss the model by clicking the close button. How do we do so? Document query selector. We can specify the corresponding one. Element name is button. It has a btn close is the class name. So dot means class name. Button element whose class name is btn close. That one we are going to perform click event. As if we click on the X icon, exactly the same, then the model will be dismissed. Once the model is dismissed, we can store the message to the model. In the model, we have defined the message list. We have defined add a new message method to store the new message at the very beginning of the array. So we can use that function. This dot model new add a new message there. And then next step is this dot view dot render. Since we have updated the model, we need to render the view again. But in the home view, we have not finished the update the view yet. So let's take care of that shortly. But up to here, we can test. Another one is the saving into the file store is a time-consuming process. So we better use a visual effect of a spinner. So before we begin, start spinner. Let's call it. A spinner is coming from the util. So start spinner from util, it is automatically imported up. And then once this is done, we need to stop. So here, let's stop spinner there. When error occurs out, we need to stop spinner as well before we proceed. Stop spinner is, however, not imported automatically. And stop spinner, let's add manually there. And then let's see how this works. Shift reload. Let's use a console to see any possible error message. This is the third message so far, and the contents is create. And there's a line break. Remove that. Continue. Then console. See any error message. Error occurred. The error message is the model has been dismissed. That's good, but we have error message. Error message is add a new message is from undefined. So we have a object which is properties add a new message home controller 43, but that is a problem. Home controller 43. That is the line, the error message was produced, but this is caused by this try block. Add a new message is from undefined. So it says this dot model is null or undefined. But however, we have a model there, but this dot model doesn't work. If you recall from previous discussion, an event listener function. Inside the event listener, if you use a keyword this refers to the element which generated this event, that is a form. But to use a keyword this referring to the current class instance, we need to do a special thing. That is, we need to have some binding assignment. So this function on submit create message in the constructor, let's do like this. This on submit create message, we need to bind the keyword this for this function. If we don't do this part, keyword this is referring to the element which generated this event. Now the keyword this is referring to the instance of a class, a current class. This will work. Shift reload, create. Now this is a fourth message. Then let's give some random stroke. Create. Everything works fine. Console, let's examine whatever. We have all four of those created successfully. Third message, the error occurred after storing the message to the Firestore. So Firestore gets the third message. Now we have everything stored there. So next step is we need to implement the render, which is eventually calling update the view. So now everything is there. We need to render everything nicely on the web browser.